Good morning, everybody. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I didn't even test my mic. It looks like you can. There we go. I forgot to do the final checks because when I was about to start the stream, Streamlabs kept resizing on me and I had to close it and open it. I don't know what that was about. But it should be good. Yes, hello everyone. Spartan says happy Friday. Dub, hello Spartans. Hello Tiago says you are at the top of the most. Thank you. Juxies, what's up? Rachel, morning Dub, morning Rachel. Hello Coinman. Who is excited about the big beautiful wood meta next week? Says Coinman. It looks like it's gonna be an easy one, which is cool. Every once in a while, right? We want an easy one, unless it's much harder than we think it is, and like I'm underestimating it, and so is everybody else. Maybe that might be the case. We'll see. It's like one of those metas that's like so easy that it's actually hard. I don't know. Mary NG, hello. And Rachel says morning Dub. Hello Rachel. Think I went backwards on the reading there. Baya says hi all. Hello Bayas, Girl Gamer, Merry Friday. DeFi says hi, hope you had a good competition. This one looks like it's going good for me. Herb says hi all. My name is Jeff, says hello Jeff. Edit Homiwa says hello all. Hello to you. Jeff says Jeff Sailor says 2 globes in a row, though been really good through the competition. Well, I had what was it, the 2 or 3 globes at the start of the competition, right? But that was after I finished. And I haven't had any globes or disconnects. You know, as you can see in the production monitor, it's been running for 11 hours. So I haven't had a disconnect yet. Or hopefully not at all. I did notice my production rate was 625 roasted garlic per hour. In practice, it was 621. Don't know if I changed anything. Actually, I think I did. And I think I mentioned this on Tuesday, but these 2 feed mills, I did not rotate them. Because I think in practice, I think I did this. But that'd be better. I still think it's better. I don't know what happened, but for some reason I'm making a little bit more milk, which means a little bit more butter, which means a little bit more roasted garlic. But obviously that's a good thing. I'll take it. Currently 9th place, which is cool because I believe that's what I got for my baguette competition. I'll check that in a moment, even though I checked yesterday, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what I got on the baguette competition that just happened. So yeah, top 10. I figured if I could top 10 baguettes, I should be able to top 10 this one, if just barely. I didn't have much confidence in the windmill metas before, but I guess now that I have the bright wind and obviously the brine stands or all the salt related ones, that was the big issue. Because I mean, with the brine stand, you can compete with the people that have the salt stations now. That's makes a big difference. Globe is a pain. Yes, it is. Appointment just got the globe after it had run for over 12 hours. It's weird because yeah, some of us get it more often than others, right? Like I've said before. Hello again, Tiago. Oakenshield says good morning. DeFi says I had to add extra lager to my competition build over the practice to get the same rates. That's interesting. I did mention on Tuesday also, I think I have 1 more logger than I needed to have. So you can kind of see the loggers go home, so it's true. And my planner also tells me that I have too many loggers. That's why I had gotten rid of one of them, and I was making the same 621 roasted garlic that I made in practice. So that's probably still the case. But of course this one went very well, including all the adjustments that I made to this to improve it every little bit that I can. Because the first build I finished, I had like maybe 5 or 6 open spots. that I wasn't sure what to do with, but of course I decided to just place down the full haunted maze set to get a bit more milk. And then I did something else. Oh, I moved stuff around so I can have 2 more salt fields. And at some point I had the Nana's Trattoria somewhere here in one of these spots, and I moved that over here. Yeah, I managed to figure out how to use like 99.9% of the space. The only space I haven't used is right here, these 3 little spots next to the greenhouse. That's the only space I did not use. That's max efficiency right there. Eventually you figure it out if you're persistent enough. Alina says, just typed related to the globe and beta on Discord. We all hope one day they'll fix that issue. Tiago says, what will be the biggest challenge in the next competition? I feel like people are really underestimating how much loggers you'll actually need to pick up all the wood and take it to the lumber mills. I say that because I was seeing some people were trying to use my planner to like try to get an idea on the rates, and I don't know, the planner was saying you don't have enough loggers basically. They were claiming they had like 30 or 40 loggers. So keep in mind that each barbecue wood is going to require 20 logger trips to the lumber mill. They gotta deliver 10 red oak, 5 oak wood, and 5 regular wood. That's 20 trips to a lumber mill. That's a lot of work for the loggers. Okay. Man, my hair's like all messed up. I'm gonna need another haircut. Unless I wait like another month like last time. Let it grow out a lot. Yeah. We're gonna need a lot of loggers, I'm pretty sure. The other issue is, right, the 10 water that you would need for the red oak wood. I know that's a big issue for some people because you're wasting space on ponds, and I mean that's the way it has to be. Let me actually check the announcement Cade made on this. We still got like 6 minutes before the competition ends, and yeah, I'm assuming I'll hold top 10. I'll double check the final leaderboard once it ends. Is this one? It is that one. UE29 says, hello Dub, hi all, hello. Okay, next week our mission is to sell barbecue wood. This is kind of similar to the mulch meta that I was thinking about, but mulch, if that ever is a thing, mulch meta probably will require that bokashi that we made that one time. This one just requires wood, and they did add a new version of wood, which is red oak wood. So the cash boost on this one should not be a problem. Wood is going to be cash boosted what seems to be 100 times, from 250 to 25,000. Yeah, there's no issues with cash. Not that you would need that much cash anyways. Most of this is lumber mills and loggers anyways. Oak wood is also cash boosted in case regular wood's not enough for you. And the red oak wood is also cash boosted on top of that. That's too many cash boosts. They should have just stuck with the times 10. People would have been alright. They did not need to go times 100 on this. But okay. They really wanted to make an easy one this time, or so it seems. Barbecue wood's going to be the meta, giving 125,000 stars. Alright, biome's going to be a desert with an oil seep. That's good that they're giving us the oil seep, because there's going to be a lot of sales here. You may want to, depending on the rate, for some people you may want to consider doing a freight pier. But yeah, it just depends. Just a consideration. If not, maybe you need multiple trade piers. Just depends. Yeah, it really just depends. You might be fine with the trade depots. I mean, yeah, you might be fine with one or a few trade depots. Haven't done all the math on this. But there's gonna be a river on the west side, it seems. Is it on the west? Okay. Yeah, one river on the west with a lot of spoiled soil on this one. Don't know how much the spoiled soil is gonna cost. It looks like there's 2 different variants of the spoiled soil on that picture. So we'll see. I don't think anybody asked about how much the spoiled soil is gonna cost to clear. We're just kind of assuming it might be 25,000. Maybe it's higher this time. Nodori says, I'm mad. I forgot to auto sell sugar and it clogged my storehouse for 6 hours. Now I'm under 400th place. That sucks. There's always that one or a few people that happens to. I mean, yeah, that sucks. New NFTs, the red oak tree. I'm not going to talk about that too much. It's a red oak farm that requires half the water, and that's it. $470. That's a terrible deal. At the very least, they should have made it legendary, and they should have made it have lower craft time, just like the legendary oak tree farms. Maybe somebody would have bought it then, but yeah, this is not good. That's it for the NFT. So red oak wood requires 10 water. It's stored in any of these storages. The assumption is that it's going to be able to be delivered directly to the lumber mill, just like regular wood and regular oak wood. So you probably won't need a lumber yard unless you want to store extra amounts of it, which might be ideal. Depends on your setup of the lumber mills. 40-second craft time, which is not as bad as regular oak wood. The 10 water is bad though. Of course, that's the bad part, is the 10 water. And barbecue wood made in the lumber mill. Craft time 90 seconds, so kind of high. Requires 5 wood, 10 red oak wood, 5 regular oak wood, so 20 trips of wood, like I said before. And is delivered in the warehouse. That's it. Very simple. Maybe a little too simple. See how that goes. Luvena, hello. Hi Dub and everyone. Hello Luvena. Hello LV Postman. Mint spoiled soil with 100 times wood cash makes no sense. Yeah, when you say it that way, that doesn't make sense. Maybe the spoiled soil will cost 20. I don't know, maybe it'll cost $1 million to clear, and it'll prompt you to either maybe you use 1 million cash and like 200 gems. I don't know. I have no idea. There's like no thought process on that one. Or I'm missing the point, or what? Vogue says, I think there is a chance that biome may be wrong. You don't get marsh on a desert. And he also put desert west, and it is east, not west. There's always mistakes like that, and Kate doesn't write this up. It's somebody provides this to him and he just posts it. I'm almost absolutely sure that's the case. Because if you pay too much attention to this, the things are not going to be raided. So north is the desert. It does say north is the desert. East, south. I mean, everything matches up here though. Oh, you mean this part, desert west? Yeah, it's desert east. I see what you mean there. It is technically a desert east. The oil seeps close to the river, which is inconvenient for some people. Yeah. That would force you to have your gas set up somewhere in the middle. Looks like the competition ended, but I'll let it load to the main menu. Congratulations to everybody who made it. Sandula, I thought the W was Desert World. No, it should mean Desert West. Like, as in the depot is west facing. But here it's east facing on the picture. Yeah, I can see that there's marshes and ponds. So it does say plains on the actual picture over here. So who knows, maybe it is a plains biome and not a desert biome. It really does look like a plains biome. No, it doesn't actually. It looks like a forest. It looks like a forest. It looks like Forest East, even though he said Desert West. I really shouldn't spend that much time trying to decipher this freaking image that people hate. It's probably Forest East with an oil seep. That's probably what it is, okay? I think as long as people get the river, they'll be okay. Unfortunately, the oil seep might be in the bad spot, but that's just what you have to deal with. I already did the daily challenge, so let's double check here. Appointment, no reason to buy gems. Yeah, not in this case. You're right. Yeah, I don't think I got a globe in the end or anything. I dropped? Wow. Did I actually drop right there? Did Doofy relog and then his stars went up like 300,000? Maybe. 300 million, I mean. But hey, I still made top 10, even if it's just barely. Well, actually, look at the gap. Look at the gap between me and Lolo Kobo. That's a pretty big gap. That's like 20% at the top of my head. Maybe more. No, that's about 20%. Okay, so I was making maybe 100 more than him or something. Yeah, that is actually a pretty big gap. Okay, so I got 10th place exactly. I'll take it. Top 10. I did better in the big meta, but that makes sense. I have tables of appreciation to help me on that one. That doesn't help me here. So still very good. Did not need to get a garlic stand because like I would almost never use it. So the garlic stand would have helped me get 9th place, but it wouldn't have been worth it for the extra 1,000 Gala. I don't believe so. Nice finish up. Thank you so much, Ives. Pewee got 62nd place. That did Tomiwa, so finally 79 per hour, top 225. Hopefully that's good. Congrats. Vogue says, as for the spoiled soil, it appears there's 2 different types there, so guessing the second lot will be twice as expensive. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Though they didn't tell us this info, so we're just assuming stuff. DeFi stars went up by 500 mil. He was... Okay, yeah, you're right, actually. It went up by 500 mil. It's possible he had a globe and he didn't refresh until the very end. That's possible. Sandula says, because they got west with river and other biomes, so I took that as W as world biome. No, okay. They've never done it like that. Like, it's always the cardinal direction. DeFi finished 118th. Congrats on 10th. Thank you. Congrats, Dub. Top 10. Been your regular spot now. Yeah, actually, yeah. And we'll take a look at that right now because it seems to be true now. Coinman says, it seems strange that the lumber mills don't need power or water drops. Let me open up my practice biome. It's the same thing I just made. Yeah, that is a little strange, Coinman, but I don't think people will complain about that. Yeah, I don't think people mind. This is gonna be a test to see how good you think your loggers are, I suppose. Hatchet Hank and Hatchet Hank Jr. will be like king this meta, like extremely good. Like top 10 will only be people with Hatchet Hanks and Hatchet Hank Juniors. It's a lumber mill meta too. I have quite a couple lumber mill NFTs. That's interesting. But it is also a water meta. Like the people, I'm already hearing people struggle. They want to buy water NFTs. They want to rent water NFTs. I probably will use all my water NFTs. I don't know yet. I haven't done any designing myself yet. But I definitely will take a shot at it later today. Hopefully the update goes live soon. They've been doing, I think, a pretty good job at getting the updates at a good amount of time, like only a few hours after the competition. So I don't see why I wouldn't get top 10 on the next one either. Who was it? The one that I think it was Jeff, or maybe it was somebody else that said next competition might even beat my record that I just set on this one with the fastest finish build. Because this one was the one I believe I finished the build in 32 minutes. The next meta I might finish it even faster, something under 30. It because I'm only building loggers and lumber mills, basically. So it might be the fastest finish that I'll ever have in any competition. We'll see if that's the case. Lazy DC, good day, Debs abroad. Hello, Lazy DC. Hap XRP, hello. I was ranked last night, 589 last night, and then in 1,321. What was your production rate on the roasted garlic, if you remember? Yeah, that seems like quite a drop. The drops are expected though. Everybody fast forwards on Friday before the event ends, right? So that makes sense. I mean, it is a big drop though. Makes you wonder if something else happened, if the storage got clogged up or something, or yeah, I really wonder. Like in those cases, I wonder what the production rate was. Ivis says, I think so it will all be the same price, just like different trees. All assumptions we're making, Ives, we have no idea. Sandula, I hope I get top 25 this upcoming meta. Hopefully that's the case. Ives says making lumber and ore barrels requires power tools and such. Barbecue wood can be done without, I guess. But Gala makes their own rules on their items. You know, we got wizards that make ice. You have to remember that anytime you question their logic. You didn't need power to make wood, just bond it. Lazy DC got top 400 with 60 per hour, nice. Herbs finished 26 this time, sucks. It always happens to somebody though. What was it? Last competition, I think it happened to Woolbike, I think. We'll check that in a bit though. I do want to talk about the leaderboard tool that should be ready. I don't think people found bugs. The few people that I had check it out last night. It is relatively a simple tool, so I don't think it should have many issues or people wondering what the heck to do with it. Let me pull it up. Let me actually make sure all the info is clear too, so I can give an idea of what it looks like the first time you open it. Look, Gubhaju, hello, welcome. He's asking, is it still paying good? I'm assuming they're talking about the Town Star competitions, top 1200. Well, that really depends on who you ask. It would be nice if the Gala token was like 10 cents or something. I mean, if the Gala token was 10 cents, just imagine. I'd be making 1,000 a week. Just playing a game, that's freaking insane. I don't know, what would you guys answer to that? Is it paying good? I don't think so. I figure that most people here want or are waiting for the Gala token to go up so that the prizes will be much better, to the point like we had back then where it felt like you did get enough Gala to be able to purchase NFTs. Now it doesn't really feel like it, so that's why I like to hold my Gala. The pay is as good as a token. Excellent way to word it. There we go. What you could do is save up the token. You know, $10 today might be $100 tomorrow. That's not really how it works, but anything's possible, I suppose. It might be even, it might be $1 tomorrow. It could go both ways. Ives says, I wouldn't say it pays good, but it pays better than any other games that I play or have played recently. That is, yeah, that is very true. It does pay. So that would be the answer to that question. All right, let me pull up. Let me show you guys this cool tool I made called It's either called the leaderboards or the competition rankings. It's one of those. I think it's just called the leaderboards. Alright. It's a pretty simple tool. I probably should have pulled up the spreadsheet, but I think you guys know which spreadsheet I'm going to be talking about. Hold on, give me a second. Let me get the link. I'm going to share the link with you all here, and eventually I'll share it with my Discord, probably after the stream. Where is the... Okay, I see. And yeah, dub community, dub.community / ts-leaderboards, and that'll be on the chat right now. And then we can take a look at it. I will explain it. I should probably make a video on this, just like I said about making a video on the planner, but the planner is a big ass work in progress. I've told people that many times, and I don't want to rush the video on that. But this leaderboard, it's not as complicated. And I also, once again, want to thank the people who helped me gather the info on this. Sandula, are you still working on a breakdown vid for the visualizer? Eventually. Yeah. Eventually. I said I was going to do it last week. I said I was going to do it this week. I will keep delaying that as long as I need. And anybody like you, Sandula, that has access to it right now, because you're supporting me and I appreciate it. You're just... It's early access. You're like a beta tester, okay? So you might have to figure some stuff out, but of course you can ask me if you're really confused about something. Yeah. Okay, this is the leaderboards page or competition rankings. It's one of those two. So you'll be able to... Okay, first of all, I should say all the information here is based off the official information that Gala posts on the Townstar leaderboard spreadsheet, the one that gets updated either shortly or after they hand us the rewards. Okay, so there's two main things here. The first main thing is the My Rankings tracker. You'll be able to enter your name or various names. If you change your names a bunch of times, you can have, what is it, like 20 different names here, or 10? I don't remember. I made this and I don't even remember. Of course, I made it with AI, disclaimer. What is that, like 20? I don't know. You can have a bunch of different names here if you had a bunch of different names. My username's always been Dubstep though, so it's going to be easy for me. I only need one of these lines. So let's start with that. Dubstep Rod. So right away, it pulls up the info. My head's blocking some of it, but I'll scroll in a moment. It'll show you the total amount of Gala you've earned since May of 2023, because that's all the leaderboard information that's on here. That's everything provided on Gala spreadsheet anyways. Somebody else might have the information for previous competitions. I don't know. I'll have to look into that later. But since May of 2023, I've earned over 1 million Gala, so I'm part of the Gala Millionaire Club. I don't have 1 million Gala. It's like everybody, like other people said, like, I don't know what happens to that Gala. Must have been spent. 114 competitions participated since then, so I haven't missed a competition since May of 2023. My best rank was Paper Bag Meta, which was very recent. It was this one in July 15th. Why I got 5th place on that one, I don't remember. And I've only gotten best rank one time. Average rank the last 3 months is 9, so I've been top 10 on average for the past 3 months, which is cool. 3 months as in the previous 12 competitions is what that means. And my average rank in the last year, 13th. Eventually I'll get this to top 10 also. But that makes sense because I was top 25 for the majority of the year. So yeah, that makes sense. I can scroll down here to see every competition that I won in, shows the rank. So the potential rate, a little bit of a disclaimer here. That's whenever you're doing a meta, you're obviously selling other stuff. You're selling excess ceramic bowls or excess flour, salt, etc. So the potential rates, obviously, like, it doesn't know. It knows what the star boost was on the main meta item. It doesn't know exactly how many of the item you stole, so it's an estimate based on your final score. So just keep that in mind. And of course, the Gala reward. There's a few competitions that had a double Gala reward. It does account for that. The only Gala reward it will not show you is the guild events that happened in May Mayhem of 2024. It doesn't know how to calculate this, so it's not going to show you. And if a competition had an NFT reward, it will show you the NFT and the rarity. There was one competition last May Mayhem where they awarded Lucy the Border Collie to the top 100. So if you got that, it'll show Lucy the Border Collie. But I can scroll down, and as you can see, back then they used to reward a lot more effect cards. This is the uniforms competition in 2023. I did not do good on because I was at Las Vegas at the time, and I did this competition on my phone and with using remote view desktop from my PC at home, and my PC turned off the day before the competition ended, so I got really screwed here. But the effect card sucked. It was the Gale Force Dynamo. I don't know what happened to that one. I probably sold it for $1 or something. But there we go. Yeah, even back then, how to get top 100 pretty consistently. Back then, as in 2023, keep in mind, I've been playing this game since late 2021. I didn't start doing competitions until 2022. So that's already with a year of experience on the competitions, and like me, by early 2023 is when I really started to buy more NFTs when the prices of them went down. Alina says, congrats up. Thank you. Yeah, Sondula says, fire tool. Appreciate it. Ivis says, bet it forever. And stats are fun. Also some useful info there if you want to see how you did on something. Yeah, true. To give you an idea on how you did on something. The only thing is that, like the Starlight Market boxes, I don't have the recipe listed. It probably is something I could add, but it's just not really a priority right now. So the Starlight Market boxes, they're always like different recipes. And we've done several of them, right? There's look at all the Starlight Market box competitions we've done. Yeah, you should be able to see that. It's like, what is this? 8. Anything goes. We've done 10 anything goes competitions. Look at that. And we recently did garage sale. I should also mention, if your screen is big enough, it'll show you the 2-column layout. My rankings tracker on the left, search competitions on the right. For people with smaller screens, it'll just show you the 1-column layout like this, and you would have to scroll all the way down to see the search competitions thing. So yeah, I'm just saying that in case your layout looks a little different. It just depends on the screen size. Search competitions. You search the competition you want to look for, okay? It will show you the most recent competition here, so you can see a quick update on if this is up to date. If you need to refresh it, because like maybe I added the new spreadsheet information for the competition that just finished, which would be this one, right? The roasted garlic. You would do Control-Shift-R if you're on Windows, or if you're on Mac, you do Command-Shift-R, and it'll do a hard refresh catch, and then maybe you'll be able to see if the info here is updated. But let's just search a competition. Let's search the most recent one, garage sale. Okay, so this will show you the top 1200. And it shows you the player, your score, the potential rate. Once again, like I said over here, potential rate just based on the score and the item boost for the meta. Now for competitions like anything goes, it's gonna assume the standard value of stack box. And for competitions like garage sale, it's going to assume that the item it's talking about is the one in the picture. So garage sale, I'm using supply box. Jeweler's choice, I think it was chandelier earrings or something. Yeah, jeweler's choice and chandelier earrings. So I'm sure people will have questions about that, but that's just how it works. DeFi says very nice work, thank you. The leaderboard only detect when you change your town name, right? Juxies, you mean oh, it'll detect the name that you're using on your town, like your account, sorry. Yeah, it'll detect the name that you're using on your account, not your town name, but on your Gala account, it'll detect that name. So if you change the name, you may want to include multiple different names on here until you figure out all of them. And I'll show you a little guide right now on how to figure it out. I might need to use somebody as an example. You might need to give me permission to find your names here, because I only have one name, so like I can't use myself as an example. I could use Perriman as an example. I don't know if he's watching. But okay, so two little more things to explain here. There's two indicators here. The first indicator is an arrow pointing up or down. Up arrow is green, down arrow is red. You can hover over this, it'll show you a tooltip, which I don't know if you guys can see on the screen on Streamlabs. No, I don't believe you guys can see it. Let me see. Yeah, you guys can't see it, but you're just gonna have to check this out for yourself. Hover your cursor over the arrow indicators. It's gonna show you either this player performed better than the previous 12 competition average, and their average for the previous 3 months is shown, or if it's a red arrow pointing down, performed worse than the previous 12 competition average. Yeah, that's how it should work. So like in the garage sale, my average rank is 8, and I got 9th place, so it says I performed worse. But just a quick indicator. Now the little bars, you're probably wondering what those are. They are like activity bars. So this is like a way to quickly check if the player name has been in use for a long time or not. Blue bars mean that this name has been in use for 52 competitions, which is a year. Green bar means it's been in use for at least 6 months. You know, the more full the bar is, the more of an idea you have, but you can hover over the bar and it'll tell you exactly what the number is. Yellow bar was between 13 and 26 competitions, I think. Orange is between 4 and 12 competitions. Red is between 1 and 4. So you can see all the blue bars here are people who have actively been playing the game with that name. Just keep in mind, people change their names. You really have to keep that in mind. It may be for any reason, people may change their names. All right. So you can scroll all the way down here, top 1200. You'll start to see several new people, or it appears to be new people. You'll even see some people that they've been playing for a year and they're still getting top 1200, just barely. Look at this. I didn't know this. You're still seeing blue bars here. But yeah, you do see most of the newer people down here, which makes sense. We got Amanya here, it's the second competition they've won. Kuro Nekomata, that was the garage sale, was the very first competition they won, so congrats to them, of course. You got somebody that changed their name to Dirt Star. I wonder who that was. I mean, who's to say if they're new or not, but they recently started using that name. There we go, that's how this works. Ivis says, did you mention it pulls directly from the spreadsheet automatically, or you need to add the results? I do need to add the results. I'm not able to figure out how to get it to pull info from the spreadsheet automatically, because the spreadsheet doesn't contain all the info. I need to provide it with the star boost of the meta item. If they provided more information than the spreadsheet, I might be able to. But yeah, not all information is provided in the spreadsheet. It's really not that difficult to update, though. I just copy and paste a few things. It really isn't. I did have people help me get the data for this. I appreciate their help. And yeah, that saved me time, but it's not like a super time consuming thing to do. I used to have something like very similar to this for the Dub Guild. So that's where I got this idea from. This is just something everybody can use, of course. Juicy's Tea. Oh, you need a type full name. That's why I missed so many competitions. Oh, yeah. Herbs, you can use my account for demonstration if you want. Okay, yeah, sure, I will. Ibis has some interesting accounts in top 50 who just started. Yeah, supposedly. Oh, you can filter by name, of course. So if I wanted to see everybody that has dub in their tags, I'd be able to see that. See? If you're an NLO, you want to see all the NLO people, here you go. TSM. Okay, not many people repping TSM. KAG, we got Ermin. And Math. There you go. Let's see. Who has the most representation, actually? Dub? There's a few people who just happen to have dub as part of their name also. And no, it was NLO. NLO's been... Oh, I forgot to check gem, sorry. Actually, there are more dub tags than there are NLO. Okay, there's a good amount of gem tags also. Wow, dub might have the biggest representation. If you're in the dub guild, make sure to use the dub tag. I guess it doesn't really matter. It's fine. It's fine. But you get the idea. You can search for a player name there. Need to check another competition, just type it in. There you go. Simple. Right, should be simple. Themes. This has the same theme system as the Talent Star Playbook Planner. You want light color, there you go. I just blinded everyone. You want it blue, green, pink. It's fine if you want it pink. Sunset, which is orange. Midnight, if you're a night owl, is completely fine, alright? Whatever color you want. I go back to the My Rankings tracker. You obviously would want to track yourself. If you missed some competitions, you can click on Show Missed Events. It'll help you figure out which ones you missed. Or maybe it'll help you figure out what names you don't you might be missing. Filter history by name or date. You can find a specific competition. Maybe you want to check all the baguette competitions. There you go. Wow, in 2023, I made 98 baguettes an hour. In late 2024, I made 520 per hour. And just recently, I got to 800 per hour. Look at those big gaps. Wow. Apparently, I can get top... I was really top 100 on that one. That's crazy. What big gaps? No orange. What do you mean no orange? Okay. Track other players. If you're a stalker, I mean, if you own a guild or something, or a group, or you have a group of friends that you want to track, you can make different sets of names. I'm gonna make one called Herps right here. All right. And let's figure out what Herps uses on all the competition names. Let me actually search Herps here. Herps dub. I can copy paste that. All right, I'm gonna show missed events because it's showing me 48. All right, he's been using the same for a good amount of time. That's good. I'm gonna scroll down. He may have missed the risotto competition. I'm assuming he missed that one. A strawberry ice cream cone. So from that point in the past, it's not showing his name. So let me check the strawberry ice cream cone competition here. Strawberry ice cream cone. And let me search Herps. Let's see if he pops up. Okay, maybe he actually did miss this competition. Or maybe the name he used in the past is very different. Or maybe he just started playing. I missed risotto and strawberry. Okay, he just so happened to miss strawberry ice cream. Okay, that was a coincidence. Let's try vanilla ice cream, okay? It's fine. Vanilla ice cream. Let's try Herps. There we go, it popped up. Now, at one point, they did forcefully remove all the brackets from our account names, so that's why most of you had your name changed automatically. just keep that in mind. That's why you would have to, you know, look this up. So I'm adding an additional name here. I'm gonna type Herbs with the brackets, and there we go. Now he's done 93 competitions, so it updated. Let's show missed events again because it turned it off. He missed risotto, he missed strawberry ice cream, and either he started playing with the Anything Goes competition, or there was another name he used for these. I could try checking salmon nigiri. Nigiri. Let's see if Herbs pops up under anything. Okay, just regular Herbs. That could be it. So we'll add another name. Herbs. There we go. Probably got all the info here. There's like 2 other competition. Oh, the 2 he missed. You have a really good track record, Herbs. Very nice. Very good job. Show missed events here, and it would be the risotto and the strawberry ice cream cone. What was risotto? Did I miss it? Unless somebody did the risotto under your name. It's very possible. That's interesting. I wonder if somebody used his name for risotto, but who knows? No, actually, because it says you're missing 2 competitions. Was there another one down here? Oh, there is a risotto competition here. Okay, never mind. Yeah, notice risotto doesn't pop up. Yeah, that's weird. The one you missed doesn't pop up, but it's obviously not counting it. Strange, might be a little bug. But yeah, it seems to show the correct information, so that's Herb's information. If I want to go back to mine, I load my names, and here's mine again. I could change this if I want. It doesn't matter. And go back and forth. You can stalk. I mean, you can track a lot of people's names if you wanted to. All right. So that's how that works. And that's basically it. Not super complicated, I hope. Trust me, those people that are using the Townstar Playbook Planner, it's so much more complicated. X2 Duckies, hey Dub, I've just subscribed to your Patreon. How do I get access to the planner? Thank you so much, I appreciate that. Send me a message on Discord and I'll make a key for you to be able to access it. And I'll also give you the role on my Discord server. I appreciate that. Iva says, oh wow, that's a nice feature. Then I can see on mine. Yeah. Girl Gamer says, mine should be interesting. Yeah, that's what the people who have a bunch of Gala earned and they're wondering where all the Gala went to are saying. That's a great tool, really nice. Thank you. Girl Gamer says, fair play Dub, this is super cool, thanks. Yeah, this is simple compared to what the Townstar Playbook Planner does. But yeah, this should be able to help people out and give them the information they need. I know that some people track this themselves. They told me this. I think that's really cool. And like I said, I did a spreadsheet for this for the Dub Guild. I stopped updating it like maybe 2 or 3 months ago, but like I'll do a better job of this one will be easier to update. You got to take my word for it. This one will be so much easier to update. I have a way to quickly format the data. It's just a matter of when they post the information to the spreadsheet, the official Townstar leaderboard spreadsheet they have. I need that information and then I can quickly add it here. It only takes a few minutes. It's much easier to update than the spreadsheet I had for the Dub Guild. All right, and people figure out their own names. That's their job. And I just showed you how to figure out the names very easily. Somebody has a question on how to use this. Probably tell them to watch the end of this stream or the middle of the stream. I don't know. And maybe they can figure it out. But yeah, I'll try to make a dedicated video just talking about this. But I did want to get this tool, you know, available for everyone since it's fairly simple to use. If you think there's a bug with it, let me know. There probably is like tiny bugs here and there. As far as you can tell, everything works as it's supposed to work. So there we go. There's a leaderboard tool. Hope people enjoy it. I'll share a link to it on my Discord shortly, and you're free to share this with whoever you want. Oh, and this info gets stored to your local browser. So like if you refresh the page, it should be here. Like you should still have your name saved. But you should still have your name sets saved here. Yeah. That's it for the actual leaderboard tool. So yeah, I hope people find it helpful. I find it helpful because I forget which rank I had in previous competitions all the time. And oh well, yeah, as you may have seen, I did 9th place on the baguette competition. So I thought I was gonna do that for the roasted garlic. I ended on 10th on the roasted garlic, but that's fine. That makes sense. Like I said, I didn't have the tables of appreciation to help me here. Yeah, on the practice build, I did have the feed mills facing this way, as you can see. I didn't do that on the actual competition. And as you see over here, I did get rid of the logger. I just put an extra dragon here, but it's not. I did not need to do that. I just tested one less logger. Oh, this was a test I was doing to figure out my oak tree craft time. As you can see, 1 second, actually 1.4 seconds is what the planner is telling me, so it probably is 1.4 seconds. My craft time for oak wood is insane. We shall see how that plays out on the actual barbecue wood competition. Yeah, I have 2 mistletoe arches, that's why. And they stack. And the legendary oak tree farm craft times is much lower than the regular oak wood or oak tree farms. I think I had like 2 or 3 people ask me what I think the rates for barbecue wood are gonna be, like for top 225 or top 400 or something. I'm pretty sure I forgot to reply to them. I'm not sure right now, okay? I really have no idea. If anybody has like an idea of what top 100 or top 225 would be, go ahead and share, I guess. Share your thoughts, share your ideas. I don't know right now. I don't even know what my rate's gonna be. Martin, hello. Actually, oh, I just seen your Discord message. So tweets for the past miner not showing too. That's strange. I don't know if I read your message, Martin. Hey, I just remembered to log in. I totally forgot. From 370 dropped to 527. I asked you what your rate was. No, I asked you what your ranking was beforehand. Okay, I see. So you did to get top 600, 527. That's not bad. Well, it was a pretty easy competition, I think. The roasted garlic one. At least he gave it a try. That's good. Alright, well, I think we're just gonna wait for the update to come out at this point. I don't think there was anything else to show you guys or talk about. Yeah, the Talent Star Playbook Planner, I'm still making updates on that as time goes by. A bit of progress each time. The predictions aren't perfect, but they seem to be helping people out. And yeah, I think that's it. I'm just checking some last things. I'm helping Red Fox sell some of his NFTs still, but I think everybody is asking me for the water NFTs, so those are gonna sell out almost immediately right now. I gotta get back to some people with the messages on some of the obvious meta NFTs that I expected people would want. So I'll do that right after the stream. I saw there's another event thing for Vexy Villages. I'm not doing those right now. Okay, I don't think there's anything else. All right, any last questions or feedback? Let me know, or you can let me know on Discord, of course. Of course, Rachel, thank you for being here. Martin, I thought you had to be logged in the game in time 2 hours before I was, so shocker. You do have to be, yeah. There's a new NFT they're selling. No, if you meant Red Fox's list, it's the same list. It's just whatever's left. I know you got some good deals on several NFTs with Vena. That's very good. But it's the same list. Prices haven't changed on them either, since the Gala token price has been the same. But Martin, you do have to be logged in still. It's not going to automatically fast forward you. So I don't know when it disconnected you or anything. Yeah, you said you forgot to log back in. Oh, well, there's one more thing here. If you try to combine names that don't make sense, like if I say my name's Dubstep Rod and then it's also like O-Town Dub, it's going to give you an error message saying multiple names found in the same competition, which means you probably made an error somewhere. So that's the last thing I wanted to mention here. Just a little error message in case you're mixing names that don't make sense. You can't be in the same competition twice unless you're doing something shady, but you probably made an error, okay? Last thing I'll say about that. It's the last thing I remembered. Martin says 2 hours before and then 30 minutes too late, so not WoW end. Okay, of course the tweets, thank you. I appreciate that, and yeah, I like helping the community as however I can, you know? And I appreciate the people who help me and support me as well with that stuff. P29, thanks, of course. Low stakes slots. I missed the start, but what is Red Oakwood? Red Oakwood is the new item required for the new meta, which is barbecue wood. I did talk about it a bit, you know, everything we know at least. So I will say, shout out to Ginobili. Thank you so much for actually providing us information that we asked for. And she also provided me like pictures to use for the planner, and as well as I provided those pictures to the person running the Townstar Online visualizer tool. So you're able to use that tool to, you know, and already have the pictures for the Red Oak tree farms and stuff. Yeah, that's very nice. But shout out to Ginobili for providing us the information. I believe that if we have people actually on the Discord more often, you know, communicating with us, the community will be so much better like before, like we had with Farmer Michelle. So I appreciate that, and I hope they keep that up. Very nice to see some communication there again. Barbecue, how about USA, and how SA summer roasted meals? Well, I don't know what the thought process was with that, but it's meta. It's like the thought process they had with the cow poop, okay? I don't know who thought of that idea. But we're gonna make it, alright? We're gonna make it. It's something new, it's interesting, so that's cool. But yeah, I think that's it. So thank you everybody for being here. As always, I'll be around on Discord if you need me. And yeah, let me know if anything. Appreciate you all, and I will see you later. Have a great weekend, everyone.
And I've been thinking